Hello, the Electric Owl is here with you. Good evening. I hope you guys are all having a lovely evening. I tried to do a little astrological video for you guys yesterday, and my God, I had a really hard time with it. It didn't sit well with me. So me being me, Virgo perfectionist, I guess, I just can't put out anything unless I feel really 125% about it. So I took it down, even though I worked really hard on it. So I'm here tonight to try to give it another go. So let's see what happens. So we have a new moon in Aries starting on March 24th at 2:28 a.m. And it's very interesting with the planets that are in transit around this time, and during the new moon leading up to the full moon. It's very interesting, and especially with what's going on in the world. So if this can help, I hope it does. New moons are all about new beginnings, and the full moon in a couple weeks, I don't want to get too far into that, because what our intentions are, and the seeds that we plant right now during this new moon with our Saturn and Mars and Aquarius influences can change how the full moon will go. But on the books, the full moon, April 7th, is about disease and illness. So we can't change that, but maybe we can change some other things. All right, let's give it a shot. So I'm always a firm believer in writing down the things that you do want. We're all being affected, whether it's financially, emotionally, or physically right now, with the coronavirus and everything that's going on. A lot of us feel powerless or like stuck or frozen, but don't worry. This is a time for us to reset, and this is this Saturn coming in right now with all you need is just a little patience. Saturn is a planet of patience. It's about working from the bottom to the top. Saturn isn't a fan of cutting corners. Saturn isn't a fan of getting rich quick. So if people have been trying to, take the short road and not do the work that's needed to be done, or sit with yourself, or whatever it is, I don't know, it's different for everyone. Saturn is going to make it a real big pain in the ass for those people. For other people, it's just going to be a timeout. It's going to be a timeout to declutter, to make room and space for the things that do matter. It's a timeout where all of us, whether you're out of a job or not, everything that's going on in our government, we're going to be cushioned, okay? And that's exactly how I feel about the two planets, Saturn and Mars in Aquarius, during this new moon leading up to the full moon. I feel like they're a buffer, and they're a little bit of a cushion, okay? So write down all the things, or I like to, I'm an encourager of thinking about things, but write shit down and see them happen. Watch them happen. Erykah Badu said it, and I am a strong, firm believer in that. Write that shit down. Write it down. You got the time. Why not? Even if you're not, you don't believe in anything or whatever, then what do you have to lose? So for the next 2 weeks, really sit with yourself. You have no other choice. We're being forced to sit with ourselves and our feelings and our actions, and reflect on everything that's led up to this moment, right? And how do we want our life to go? Especially when you're left to your own, oh my God, people are losing their minds. And I have my moments for sure, but I don't want to use this analogy, but like in movies, when you see someone buried alive, it's not like we're being buried alive, but when you start to lose it, it's like, oh my God, you're gonna it's fucking crazy, right? It's learning to just accept it right now and not to let it, don't think about it too much where you're going to be like losing it. It's a time to rest. It's a time to heal. It's a reset, okay? So I hope everyone enjoyed that. I will go into perhaps a little bit more with the Aquarian influences on these two major planets. Real quick, yeah, Saturn is, all about patience, not cutting corners. It's in Aquarius, which is a fixed sign. It's air. Even things seem very, Aquarian energy can feel very like flipping a switch. But remember, you guys, Aquarius is a fixed sign, yes, but it's also air. And air is constantly changing, and our air has been actually really great lately in Los Angeles. Mars is all about your mojo, your physicality, taking action. I'm definitely letting the Aries new moon, and Aries are the first ones out on the front line. I'm using the Aries and the Mars influences right now in Aquarius. I'm letting that marinate, and things could seem out of control, but they're in control. So just keep your mind in control, or try to. Write it down, what you want the next month to year to go. You may think that we don't have as much power as we do, and we do. Be good to yourself, be good to your neighbors, do the right things. Saturn's got your back. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you guys for the April 7th full moon. Excelsior.